So shit, what up?
Hello guys, and we're here today with another very interesting deck profile. But before I get into the deck profile, I want to say that I admitted myself into the next great Yugi Tuber Season 4 that Near Him does. So I put myself in that. Hopefully I do well. Hopefully, let's just see how far I can do. So I entered into that competition. But anyways, here we are with some Cyber Angels. And yes, I am still continuing on my Pot of Desires love streak. And we're running a 42 card deck, which honestly isn't that bad. Like, if I could cut this deck down to 40, but I really feel like I should be playing triple Manju and triple Petite and stuff like that. Now, there is a lot of really good searches. Like, you could put in Manju, you could put in Sonic Bird, and if they got banished, it wouldn't really be bad. Because, like, the cards you want to banish with Pot of Desires are definitely your searches. You want to hit Erratic Seer Convocation, you want to sit Pre-Prep, although Pre-Prep is amazing because it is a +1. You want to hit your Petites, you want to hit your Manjus, because if all those cards get banished, then you're going to, of course, just draw into the cards you would search in anyways. So anyways, let's go right in running 3 Labradrac, running 3, because, of course, we don't want our Pot of Desires to banish it. I'd probably, if there wasn't the whole banishing aspect, I'd probably put this down to 1 or 2, but it would still suck if you drew into it. And then we have Sue and Tefnuit, and that's pretty much it for Erratic Engine. Summons himself, can special summon himself if you have Tefnuit, and then of course if you have another Erratic monster you can just pop back row. Didn't want to run too much of Erratic Engine, I just want to have enough so I can tribute, make Ultimate T'zolkin, and then make Crystal Ring, make Void Ogre, make something, make Michael. And that's pretty much it for our just generic rituals. We have Manju, Saphira, and then pre-preparation right and preparation right. So that's our generic ritual searching. And then we have Cyber Petite Angel, which will search out our Cyber Angels or our Machine Angel ritual. So very, very great. There's just so many good stuff. And of course, Manju and Cyber Petite Angel have their own searcher in Benton. If he is tributed for ritual summon, you can add 1 light fairy type monster from your deck to your hand, including Idaten, not including Saphira. No, you can summon out Christia. Christia is, well, not summon, but search out Christia. You can do that. And then, yeah. So that's pretty much it for our generic searching. Now, for the Ritual Monster effect, this is just another Ritual Monster that's level 6, so it works pretty well, because it requires just one of these guys, or one of these guys, so you can use it very easily to make our Ultimate T'zolkin. But if you'd rather use Benton or Idanton to make a Ultimate T'zolkin, because if there was Ritual Summon this turn, or a Light Monster, either player's Light Monster was sent from hand or deck to the graveyard, you can either do one of these effects, draw 1 card, discard a card, discard 1 random card from your opponent's hand, or add a Light Monster from your graveyard to your hand. I'm not running Honest, so the last one probably isn't the best, but cycling nonetheless is pretty good. The first 2 are definitely the ones you're going to really do. If you feel like you don't have a strong enough defense, or you really want to have a play next turn, then the drawing 2 might be really good. If you have Crystal Ring or Void Ogre on board, then it might be better to just get rid of opponent's card from your hand, so that way they only have they only start off with 5, assuming that that you made Ultimate T'zolkin and Crystal Ring turn 1, or maybe if you just made Saphira, you can just you don't need to have the Crystal Ring. So it's whatever you want to do. They're both really good effects. It's just very strategic and like, alright, I can get lucky and either draw the right card, so I can get lucky and get rid of the right card from my opponent's hand. It's the same. It's pretty much the same thing for me. And then Benton, like I said, if you tribute it, you can add a light fairy type monster from your deck to hand, and if it destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original defense. And Idanton, if it's ritual summoned, you get to search out a ritual spell card. Yes, any ritual spell card. So technically this is another searcher for just another generic ritual searcher. So that's honestly pretty great, because if you tribute summon her, getting rid of Benton, then that means you get to search out another Idanton and another Machine Angel ritual, or just an Tenalite if you'd rather have that. And you can activate more than 1 Machine Angel ritual per turn, which is really great. The fact that you can summon out more than 1 of these is really good for those hands that you have that are really amazing. But what I like best is if you tribute summon her, or ritual summon her using one of the Heretics, they get their effects, they summon out Labradrate, C will search out a spell card, which means even if you only have 3 cards, Machine Angel Ritual, Idaten, and then a Heretic, you can make Ultimate T'zolkin and then use Ultimate T'zolkin's effect, because you just searched out another ritual spell card, which is really great. Unfortunately, none of these ritual spell cards can banish themselves to search like Necros or anything. They're more on protection, And if you make Ultimate Tzolkin, if you make your rank 6s, they're not going to do a whole lot. Although Machine Angel Ritual is definitely actually very nice. So that is it for the monsters. For pre-prep, it's a +1. Search out 1 ritual spell card and then 1 ritual monster whose name is listed in that card's text. You cannot search out Machine Angel Ritual or any of these guys because this does not list any specific card. But you can search out Saphira, so it's just an instant +1. It's a really great card to draw into, but if you don't have any Himalites in your deck, you cannot activate it. That kind of sucks, but honestly, it's not the worst thing. Like, most time you see this before you see Saphira or any of the other stuff. Like, it really just depends on your hands. Like, yes, it can clog, but I wouldn't be too worried about that. Erratic Seer Convocation at 3 and can search for erratic monsters. So we have 9 erratic monsters in the deck, arguably. So more than likely we're going to see at least 1 in an opening hand, because that's approximately just a little bit less than 25%, probably closer to 20% of the deck. 22%. If I'm good at math, I'd say 22%. Of the deck is erratic, so that's definitely very nice. Pot of Desires, after you've done all your searching, done everything else, this is just another nice card. Like, set it, summon out clearing using T'zolkin, then flip it, draw 2 cards. It's just more searching, more stuff like that. Or maybe you have 1 more ritual summon, it's like, alright, I need it. If I draw into erratic monster, everything will be good. But then you draw into erratic monster, and you banished all 3 Labrador Dragons. Every time. No, this isn't pre-prep, this is preparation rites. At 1, at 3, I definitely run it. But pre-prep just adds 1 level 7 or lower ritual monster from your deck to your hand, and then you can add a ritual spell card from your graveyard to your hand, so it can search out your Cyber Angels, so that more searches for them, which is very nice. But it can also summon out, search out, why do I keep on saying summon out? Search out Saphira, so just even more searching overall. Like, just Pot of Desires, I swear, works so well in decks that have such good searching or draw power, like my Trap Tricks, Gradles. Anyways, so Machine Angel Ritual, summon any Cyber Angel Ritual monster whose the total tribute monster's levels must equal or exceed the level of the ritual monster. If a light monster you control would be destroyed by battle by card effect, while this card is in graveyard, you can banish this instead. So it protects all light monsters. That's Saphira, that's your Cyber Angels, that's not Labradorite, that's all your monsters except Labradorite. And then into the extra deck, it won't protect T'zolkin, it won't protect Leo, or Void, or Crystal Wing, or Scarlet. Well, won't protect Ignister, won't protect Stardust, will protect Michael, Moonlit, Utopia, Constellar, Bouncer, and Autumn. So it protects a lot of our extra deck monsters, surprisingly, or at least a lot of our XZs if we make them. And this will protect any ritual monster. If a ritual monster you control would be destroyed by battle by card effect, while this card is in your graveyard, banish this card instead. So we'll protect any of these guys, but these guys tend to leave the field pretty quickly. It will protect your Saphira, who you want to keep for more draw power, for more getting rid of your opponent's card and the whatnot. And then 2 Twin Twisters to just get rid of back row, so we don't have to deal with them. And that is pretty much it for this deck profile. It's just straight up make Ultimate T'zolkin, make Crystal Ring, and hopefully your opponent didn't open up broken. I mean, if you're facing off against Monarchs, and I made this before any ban list has dropped, I'm still waiting on it. I've seen, like, I know Worlds, it should be over by now. It should be, maybe. Because I watched the semifinals this morning. Manji Spectres versus Blue Eyes Boys won, and that was a nice duel. But anyways, maybe after the ban list, this deck might be a little more competitive. But unfortunately, I honestly do not think this deck is, because even with Crystal Wing, he only negates once, which really makes me feel like Clearing is better than Crystal Wing, because Clearing can negate twice if you do it right. Like, oh, he's targeting me with a card with a monster effect. Okay, negate using that effect. Oh, he's gonna activate a level 5 iron, negate with us Clearing's other effect. Or Crystal Wing just negates one monster's effect. Doesn't matter what level, what they're doing. Advantages, disadvantage. I don't know. But if the decks get hit pretty badly, this deck could actually do pretty well. I mean, summon out T'zolkin, set a card, summon out any level 7 or 8 dragon type synchro monsters. So that's, like we said, all of these guys. Michael's great to just summon out and just be like, alright, every turn I'm gonna banish a card. And then we can also make Leo in this deck with Manju and Lava Dry Dragon, so I put him in just in case we really thought it would be useful. It's great against Cosmos because they can Dark Destroyer Leo, and it's great against Burning Abyss. So definitely very useful to have, and of course Ignister's in here for facing pendulums, and just a whole bunch of really decent stuff. If you want to go more stun, you can summon out Void Ogre, Crystal Wing, or Black Rose. Those all work. If you want to go for your rank 6 plays, we have Utopia the Beyond, so that's more OTK power. Constellar will just bounce his cards at the very least. Bounce and negates cards. And honestly, debatable if he's even really needed, but hey, you can have this guy. You can summon out another Heretic monster at least. And technically, because this card's a dragon, you could put in Red Eyes, and then if she leaves the field, like if you were to synchro summon with her using T'zolkin, you could summon her back from the graveyard using Red Eyes. Whether or not her effect would trigger, I wouldn't know. But you could do it. So, yeah. If you want to, you could take this guy out and put in Gaia. Put in Gaia Dragon, and then you can stack that guy on top of one of these guys, but these guys are already pretty strong. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Cyber Angels, but again, whether or not they're competitive or not, fun deck. Enjoy it. You don't see Ultimate T'zolkin in every deck, but nonetheless, it depends on the ban list. It definitely depends on the ban list and all the other stuff. So, hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys later. Bye.